If y'all see me, I'm already gone by then, right? So this is just gonna be a quick little update on the Arknights Endfield CBT Experience right before the very first level cap, and that's gonna be level 15. So I unfortunately wouldn't have enough time to play through this game to its entirety because I will unfortunately be gone. So this is just gonna be a whatever I experienced so far, right? So talking about the game itself, I have essentially played the old CBT1. And this is gonna be my second time invited to play the CBT2. I would say that the combat feels a lot better. And I'm not sure, maybe I was just playing it wrong the first time, but it just feels like the rotations feels a lot smoother. And you're able to like weave in your combos and your ultimates. Controller, right? Also started playing with the controller, and I feel like it's literally like a completely different game. But the learning curve for like picking this up at the start is gonna be quite hard compared to KBM, because I think a lot of this game's UI is probably not gonna be too suitable for control, right? Like they are gonna be assuming you're using a KBM, use your mouse to kick all this like all these little buttons, but for the controller you have to like individually click on all these individual buttons, which can be a little bit annoying at the start. But once you eventually get used to it, you should be fine. I think for the combat itself, as well as like building the stuff, it is pretty worth it, right? So that is just gonna be what I'm gonna be running this. Everything is in ultra 4K HD, full graphics. So far I have not experienced a single lag, single drop in frames. It has been very, very smooth. I think this game, as of where it stands right now, it can probably be ready for launch. I legitimately have not seen a single crash for the past. I've been playing this for the past 6 hours ish plus. So far it's been quite good. For the story itself, I essentially skipped through most of it, but they have changed quite a few scenes compared to the CBT1. They added like more booms, more impact, a little bit more maturity. So if you expect it to be like blood, there's gonna be violence, there's gonna be death and all kind of stuff like the NPCs. So pretty interesting story, but for the most part I didn't really log in that much attention, so you can take it as yourself as you will. For the open world aspect of this game, kind of need to get used to the fact that you can't fly, you can't glide, and you can't climb walls, and you really need to make use of like your relays to like zip line all over the place, or just using those respective TP points. So if you're able to essentially get through that, so I'm guessing once the world for your characters develop long enough and you can have relay towers all over the place, you can actually get by from place to place extremely fast. At least like from what I'm guessing, right? But from the earlier stages, you're definitely gonna feel a little bit of discomfort trying to find out exactly where you want to go, because a lot of TP points, they are quite scarce. So you really need to rely on the relay to get to like from point A to point B. Luckily for us, the game speed itself, like the map, it doesn't feel that big, so you can still get from one place to another like relatively quickly. So I think like for most distances, like all of your objectives is within like roughly 150 to 200 meters. So by like 10-15 seconds you should be getting there. So I think the exploration is still pretty good, right? They allowed your 4 unit team, so there's your team building, your 3 different other units. They can essentially do your jobbers tasks for you, so they can pick your ores, they can pick your materials, they can fight for you. Everything is like fully AI. You don't have to control them whatsoever. And then during the combat itself, I'll talk about it a little bit later, then you have a little bit more of an manual execution, right? So that's gonna be like the aspect of the game. With regards to how this game actually plays, it is a mix of open world, action, combat, those that you know, zones are action combat based. The building part, it is definitely not to be shunned away. I think it's a pretty big part of this, and exploration in terms of like you're gonna be going across I'm guessing a lot of different planets, because the premise of Endfield is you're set in this spaceship where you can go to all these different planets to save all these different worlds. So the first planet is like Talos 2, which is where we are at right now, and we're trying to essentially cure this place from like cancer. If I kind of got it right. I'm not really sure about the lore, but essentially this game has a little bit of everything. I wouldn't say it's a fully combat focused game, nor exploration focused game, nor building focused game. So it really is like a lot of different things, and there are quite a couple of Easter eggs that you kind of just explore for yourself. I would say that the building aspect is pretty significant, and personally, I'm really thankful they added the blueprint function, which can essentially just yoink whatever blueprint that the other players in this world have built. So you can literally just import, copy and paste, slap that on, and you can just build the exact same shit that they built themselves copy and paste into the base. So very, very nice feature, and I think this is very, very nice for casual as well. I really, really like it. Other than that, I think it will take a very, very long time to actually minimize, or rather min-max and customize the base to exactly what you want, and can have more than one base across this entire planet. So if you take a look at the road, it is not that big. So these are like the explorable areas that I've seen so far. There are 3 main regions as of right now. So there's gonna be the hub, the quarry, as well as the valley pass. The valley pass is the very, very start of the game, so we already got down with that. For the quarry, we have not seen at all. So this is, I'm guessing, assuming after a while you get to level 15, the rest of the map is gonna be opening for you, right? So at the earliest out of the base, it is pretty chill. It is pretty small. More so to just get along, get customized to like your travels, how you're gonna be dealing with the mobs. And speaking of the mobs, for the overworld encounters, there are some very, very strong enemies at level 30. So you definitely need to at least, I would say, get your DPS to level 30 as well. Otherwise, I would think it's gonna be a little bit difficult to encounter them, right? Then if you do beat them, you get your standard stellar J's, you get your premium passes, you get your experience, so all those kind of stuff. For the experience expenditure in the CBT2, I think there hasn't been too big of a change compared to the first CBT. So it is gonna be the exact same system you see from a Gacha games. So your operational manual is where you will be most likely using this to get your progression throughout the game itself. So it's the exact same from any Gacha game. So this is pretty much the notes where they made the format a little bit tidier compared to CBT1. So you just do all these missions one by one and can just basically clear all of them and can get the progression all the way through, get a lot of experience. Some of them are going to be soft locked. So at this particular point, you can see you literally cannot do them because you haven't unlocked all these regions yet. And you can only unlock these regions when you reach the next level, which is going to be level 15, right? So level 14 is going to be where you're going to be roughly kept. And then other than the beginner missions, you have your dailies, which is very, very fast. This is going to be where you're going to be spending all your stamina. So you have your progression, you have your weapons. This is, I'm guessing, this is Arknights Enfield's definition of hologram. So I'm not too sure if this is considered endgame content. From what I'm seeing, you don't need any stamina. It is one big boss and it's split into 4 different levels all the way until Rodagun Deep Dive mode. So I'm guessing this is the equivalent of Wuthering Waves hologram. So we'll be looking forward to see how this is going to be cooking up in the future. But for now, I'm definitely way too weak to even try this for myself. So it is what it's going to be. Then Energy Allevium is sort of like one more of the mini boss fight you can try yourself. So we just went there, fight everything, and bada boom, is going to be done, right? So that is pretty much going to be that. For the training, it's going to be like all the tutorials. So basic training is for your game mechanics. So how does your attack work, your dodge, your stagger, your lift, your crush, the elemental effects, who do you want to use? So for example, your electric element, your fire element, your solidifying, your corroding, all these different things have their own systems. And then for the operator guide is basically your individual unit trials. So I'm guessing you can only play them when you actually unlock these units yourself. So for my current account, I only have these units. Then eventually if you unlock more, you can try them out. It's basically the unit trial, right? Then for the last statement, the simulation is pretty much gonna be the entire segment here is dedicated to base building. So if you are someone that's not too interested in building your own base, you can kind of, me personally, I will just join the blueprint and just set it on. But I think it's pretty good to know, just to see like how this game actually functions for the building aspect. So that is pretty much going to be that. And then for all these things aside, there are honestly a lot of different things you can see. The gear assembly, you technically have infinite gear in a sense where you can craft them endlessly. So I think it's a little bit easier to explain this if you just take a look at how these characters function. So progression wise for a Gacha game, also very, very good animations for pretty much all of them. So these are like your 4 stars or rather 5 stars or SRs. Then this is gonna be your SSR. Yep, I got the same unit that we're gonna be getting for free, so that's gonna be very, very nice. So you basically get the standard levels, right? This is your levels, which everybody knows. Then this is gonna be your traces, right? Your abilities, so everybody also know that you don't really need to worry. Then this is gonna be your weapons. So for your weapons, you have the actual weapon itself, so you can store across all these units. You have your potential of the weapon, as well as this essence thing. I'm guessing this essence is probably gonna be the RNG portion. I'm not exactly sure, but I know for a fact that the gears, these are not really RNG based. So you essentially farm them for free because you are just going to be getting all the resources to farm them from your daily base building, because you're going to be collecting all these resources passively. So you're just going to be building like a lot of them. I don't think you need to worry about it that much. It's just kind of like a slap it on and don't worry about it, that kind of thing, right? Then this is going to be like a free item, and then lastly is going to be a constellation, which is going to be the exact same, only up until E5. And that is pretty much it. From what I've seen so far, the E5 effects are not as crazy as I would think. But then again, I don't really understand the comment too well, so that is also pretty much going to be it. And this brings me to like I guess one of the final things, which is the gacha. So the gacha for Arknights Enfield, I think there was a bit of a flag as to whether or not this is a good gacha or a bad gacha or whatever it's going to be. From my playthrough in the first 2 hours, I got roughly 50 pulls. So the game's New Horizon hate hunting, this is like essentially your beginner mission. They will give you the free 40 pulls from playing through the campaign. So there are a different pool currency from your standard pools. It is completely separate. So the moment you play through the story, you are going to be able to get a 40 pools roughly 2 hours in, and you can just get yourself a random SSR. And then on top of the SSR, you can get yourself a weapon selector. Then you can choose whatever weapon you want to combine with all these SSRs over here, right? So that is going to be that. Then other than this banner is going to be these two banners. So one is going to be the limited banner, or like the radar banner, and then this is going to be the standard banner. For the standard banner, I did roughly, you can see over here, 30 pools, and then this one I did 4 pools. So grand total combined, I did 74 pools after playing roughly 4 hours-ish, because the progression is going to stagnate before you level 15. Then once you level 15, you're going to progress again, so you're going to get a lot more pools. So the gacha system for Arknights Endfield is essentially, I was discussing this with my chat earlier on at the start of my stream, like exactly how this gacha system works. So it's 0.8% for the highest rarity, so SSR. Then the pity system, it is designed in a way where, okay, actually, you know what? Editor, I'm going to cut myself some slack. Copy and paste the entire chunk when we're talking about the gacha, slap that shit in over here, magic, right? So just copy and paste, yoink it down here. I'll just let my old Pokke do the talking. Rates. 60 acquire a bonus hate hunting dossier. Only one is available in this banner. Hate hunting dossier is automatically acquired after meeting the blah 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 blah. Once next charter begins, this and that will be converted to a special template. Oh, okay, so you do not have pity carry forward, right? Yeah, so you don't have the pity carry forward system. The other way you can just acquire from this in the 57 number of pools. So 60 pools is 60 pools get hate hunting dossier. 0.8% 6 stars. 8% 5 stars. 1.24 stars. Leviathan with Scars of Forge. You can use blah 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 to perform your thingies. Featured will stay in all available for 3 chartered hate hunting banners. The 6-star Yvonne will stay in all blah blah for 4 chartered. Gilberta for 5 chartered. Once removed, the 6-star will not be added to basic hate hunting. Below is... Okay, so this is how it works. So first banner, second banner, third banner. Operator is removed after third banner. Okay, so you could get her across 3 banners. Is what I'm getting at. Right, it lasts for 3 banners. 0.8% for 6 stars. Guarantee 6 star within 80. Wait, then what is the hate hunting dossier? Attempts to work this guarantee carry over. Oh wait, they allow you to carry over now. Oh, you can carry over your pity now. Okay. Blah 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 blah. If no 6 operators comes in, 65 is a soft pity then. Alright, 65 is a soft pity. And you are guaranteed to get rate up within 120. So it's literally just 50. Okay, it's not 50-50, it's like 80 and a half. So 80 plus 40. Alright, it's 80 plus 40 that you will guarantee the 6-star. This attempt only triggers once and will reset when the banner ends. Attempts towards this guarantee will not carry over to other banners. Oh, this doesn't carry forward to the other banners. Well, I'm a little bit confused. This carries forward, but this doesn't carry forward. You pull... Okay, I'm guessing... Okay, so theoretically speaking, right? So if I were to pull for 70 pulls, right? Okay, entertain me a little bit, right? So if I were to pull 70 pulls and I didn't get any 6 stars and I stop, then it will carry forward into the next banner, right? So my next 10 pull in the next banner, I will get a 6-star within 80. But if I go beyond 80, so if I hit 80 and I didn't get the 5 or the 6-star that I want, then from 80 to 120, this will no longer carry forward. So I failed the 50-50 or whatever the fuck. Then from 80 to 120, let's just say I pull like another like 30 summons. So I pull to 110. But if I were to be at 110 and I go on into the next banner, does that leave me to 80? Or does that leave me to 0? Is it 80 or 0? 30. Oh, it leaves me at 30. Oh, okay, I get it. So, okay, I think I kind of get it. All right, so banner 1. If you spend 70 pools and you have no 6 stars, then this is banner 2, right? This is banner 2. So this will still be 70. Then if you go to 110, so 1 6 star for 80, 30 for next. Then if you go into banner 2, this will become 30. So it will just assume that you got that 6 star in this, but the original like 50-50 system, it doesn't reset anymore, essentially. All right, yes. So this is how it works. So this is how the banner works. 80 plus 40 instead of 70 plus 70. So, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's technically better though, because it's technically less number of pools if you're not a compulsive gambler, right? Like you only need to spend 120 to guarantee the 5 star or the 6 star. Instead of like if you lose 50-50 once and you go hard pity, it's like, let's just say with this system is like soft is 80, right? So it's like times 2, which could be 160. So it technically saves you like 40 pools, 60 pools. No, 40 pools. Yeah, it saves you 40 pools. So instead of 160, you guarantee a 120. So it saves you 40 pools. Right. Okay, so like it's good for people that don't build pity, essentially. Right? It's good for people that don't build pity. So if you want to commit, you kind of have to commit. Unless you want to like be a little bit like like a little bit of like a risk taker, you can like pull some 5 stars here, but you don't trigger this, right? You do not want to trigger this, essentially. So if you want to do like 10, 20, 30 pulls for the 5 star, you can technically still bring this to the banner 2. But once you commit here, then you kind of have to commit on, essentially. Right? I have no idea what is the income, by the way. Yeah, it's good for people with self-control. It's bad for people that want to build PDNA. Or if you lose your 50-50, you kind of have to go all in right now, because if you lose, then it'll reset. All right, so you kind of have to go. You kind of have to go. That is kind of my understanding. I mean, I feel this is great. But let's just take a look earlier. In the charted 800 banner, you'll receive blah blah for every 240. Okay, this is really expensive for dupes, right? For dupes. So I guess they made it like way more like free to play friendly, or like a casual friendly, or like for people that don't want to chase dupes. Because the dupes for this is 240, right? Bonus Leviathan token for 240. So if you're a whale, it's like this thing won't happen anymore, right? Where is the part that say it only happens once? Yeah, so this guarantee only happens once. So if I want to get, let's just say I want to get E2 Leviathan. Can I guarantee E2 Leviathan in 360 pools? No, right? I can only guarantee my first copy in 120. Then the remaining 240, we just pray, essentially. It will go back to the 80 pool soft pity. 120 at once per banner. Then does it go? Okay, if this goes away, then what happens to like the normal 50-50? The 6 star is a bonus. Oh, the 6 star is a bonus. However, getting the copy, you can lose infinite 50-50, no guarantee. Oh. Okay, wait. Anyways, this is done, so let's scratch this. Does anyone not understand this? No? Everyone understands this. Right? Everyone understands this. Okay, everyone understands? Okay, fantastic. Let's move on a little bit. So now we're talking about E2, right? Let's say I want E2. So if I get my E0, it's guaranteed at 120. Alright? Confirm plus chop. Guaranteed. 120. If I want E1, there is no guarantee. Is that it? Because this thing goes away, right? So it's just 80 is a soft PD plus 80 plus... Okay, 80 is really, really unlucky. Like, super fucking unlucky. But theoretically, you could just lose forever. You are permanently on 50-50. And then the bonus they throw you in is that every 240, you get +1 dupe. Right? So let's just say if you were to spend 240. Okay, let's just say this, right? Let's just say this. So we crop this out. So it reminds me a little bit like Uma Musume. Like if you're going to be putting for like MLB, like Kira-san Black, or like MLB Super Brick, does this not remind you of Uma Musume? So like they have this like currency where if you pull an Uma banner 200 times, you'll get like that copy you want. So let's just say you put 240 times. And then whatever you get here, you keep, right? So let's just say you won like 3 50-50s. So you have like 3 copies. And then they give you 1 more on top of that. So you have a combined total of like 4. But if you were to lose all 3 50-50s, it could also be 0. So it's between 0 to 3 within 240. Then at the 240th, you are guaranteed 1. So at this point, grand total is basically anywhere between 1 to 4 dupes after 240 pulls, right? After 240 pulls is 1 to 4 dupes. Assuming heartbeat, yeah, this is assuming the absolute max heartbeat, which generally don't happen, because most of the time by the soft PD, you should get it by like 70, like 70, because they said it's 65 in soft PD, right? So generally, I think around 70-ish, you should get it. But this is like hard heartbeat. But this is like how the game works, right? This is like how getting dupes works, essentially. So if you want to get a E5, because E5 is their max, right? E5 is their max. So if this goes away, if let's just say I wanted an E5, right? I'm Zediron, right? I want to get an E5 copy of unit. You get your first copy in 120, and then you will essentially need 6 dupes, right? Yeah, you essentially need 6 dupes. E5 feels like a very awkward spot though, because after 240 pulls, you are guaranteed anywhere between 1 to 4 dupes, right? So if you, okay, let's just say you get like nothing, right? If you get, okay, let's just theoretically say you get absolutely nothing, then you have to go to 480, right? You go to 480, and then you also get anywhere between 1 to 4 dupes, right? 1 to 4 dupes. So if at this point, let's say if you did like 200 summons, but you happen to get yourself the copies required for E5, you would then stop, right? You would then stop, because there's no point for you to keep pulling anymore. So does this thingamabob carry over? Does this bonus Leviathan token carry over? I'm assuming it doesn't, right? It's like the same pity system from like Uma Musume. So like once the banner goes away, like everything that you didn't pull, it will just be converted into a thingy. You don't think so? I don't think this carries over. So assuming that it doesn't, it means that if you are a whale and you want to get a E5, it could potentially cost you a shit ton of money. But if you're like if you're just getting the E0, then I think this is pretty reasonable for E0. It's a little bit like tax the rich. Yeah, eat the rich. It's like if you are gonna be a whale in this, it feels like you're probably gonna be potentially spending a decent chunk. And it's called blah 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 blah. Charter hate hunting rewards. 60 receive bonus hate hunting dossier. I don't even know what is hate hunting dossier though. Valuable stash. Oh, it's an automatic 10 pool. Oh, so you get like a 10 pool rebate. You get a 10 pool rebate. And for every 240 attempts, you get blah 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 blah. But this thing will go away when the set banner ends. Okay? Arsenal tickets. Arsenal. So these are like your shop, right? These are your shops. Again, the 6 already give you a due, blah 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 blah. Okay, the dues are okay. So that is like the character banner. Arsenal exchange. Okay, I heard that the Arsenal exchange is a little bit cooked. Oh. 25.75. Okay. 2575 rates for the weapon. Smelting forge, blah blah blah. You have a higher chance of getting it. You can each can do 10 pulls. It issues 10 random weapons, including 5 or better. Each weapon has blah 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 blah. Oh, the rates are 4%. Though. Okay, 4% rate is really, really good though. It's like Nikkei SSR rates. So that's quite interesting. If no rate up is acquired in 7 consecutive issues, then the rate up is guaranteed in the 8th issue. So you are guaranteed by the 80th pull. I'm assuming by the 80th pull, you are guaranteed. Is that how this works? So this is like essentially the same thing for the unit, but for the weapon instead. So 80 pulls gives you the guarantee. Wait, then why does the 25% even matter, guys? Because you are guaranteed at 80, right? If you are guaranteed at 80, then why does it matter? 8 more attempts. Quality 1. Okay, 1 tempo is 1980. 8 is the guaranteed rate up. 8 issues to guarantee this 6-star weapon. Yeah, 8 is to guarantee the 6-star, right? And like we're essentially talking about like the drop rate for the 6-star is 2575. Okay, exactly. The worst case scenario, okay, like if you were to spend 80 pulls on the weapon banner, you are still guaranteed the weapon, right? Like after 80 pulls, you're still guaranteed the weapon. It's just that everything before 80 pulls, if you get an early weapon, it could be any one of these. Like if I were to compare to like HSR or like Zenless or like whatever, like if you were to spend like 80 pulls, you pretty much have a 75-25, but you don't guarantee the weapon even at 75-25. Alright? I don't know, man. I feel like this is fine. Especially considering that the rates are like literally at 4%. 4%. Genshin is, Wawa is 100% weapon better, but yeah, except that Wawa, your rates are like so fucking dog shit. It's way worse. So you still need to spend, you literally spend the same number of pulls in Endfield and Water Waves, despite 25-75. It's just that you have a way higher chance of getting the actual weapon. But I'm guessing it's only for one copy. Okay, it feels like this game is like it's very, very expensive to whale. It's like if you want to whale for like E6 S5, it sounds like it will be like fucking expensive. Because like this guarantee only triggers once. It's the same thing for the other one, right? It only triggers once. Then after the initial copy of everything else it just goes away. And then the rates will become like way, way, way worse. Yeah, it is a whale problem though. So like casuals, you kind of have the brokies, the jobbers, you don't really have to worry about it too much. Yeah. Arsenal Forge. Okay. So the total number of blah 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 blah. Yeah, I mean like I think it's not even that bad, even though it's 25-75. So this is like the weekly weapon thingy, which I guess it's all weapons. Holy shit, that's a lot of weapons. I don't know if you're ever supposed to buy weapons with these, right? So let's just not do that. Oh, you get the arsenal tokens from pools. Is that it? Oh, so this isn't even the... It's not even like premium currency, right? Wait, so it's technically free. It's technically free, guys. Is this not good? Wait, I swear this sounds so good. So you don't... I thought this was the premium currency. But it's free, right? So you pull for the unit, you get back like the amount required when you get, so like whatever you pull on the banner, you get this, and you pull the weapon for literally for free. Like it's literally for free, right? It's like that you get, yeah, exactly. It's like it's the star glitter tokens you get from HSR that you get from like a 4-star or a 5-star or whatever, except that you use that to pull on the weapon banner. Bro, that sounds crazy, bro. It's like imagine if you get like the bamboo vouchers for free, which technically you do. Or like you get like WNG and Xenon Zones and Lyco vouchers for free. It's like it doesn't use your premium currency. Alright. How many do you get back? I mean I did a... How many pulls did I do? I did 33 pulls, right? Yeah, I did 33 pulls and I got 1 5-star. So it looks like 1 10 pull is like 1,000 around, roughly. Right? Because I did 33 pulls total. So it still is kind of good though. 6-star, you get 2,000 Arsenal tickets. Oh, okay. Oh, because I got an early 6-star. Okay. This is for literally the weapon banner, right? It's not for standard weapons. Like, this is the weapon banner. Like, Forge-born Scathe is Leviathan's signature weapon. Okay. Is this a signature weapon or is this not a signature weapon? You can buy a 6-star weapon of your choice for eventually 13 weapon boost. The one you can buy is yeah, but the banner itself is not, right? You are guaranteed the signature weapon in 80 pools, right? 8 issues to guarantee this 6-star weapon. Okay, so like, you are literally getting this for free then, if you pull. If you pull for the weapon banner that you want. Okay, so it's fine then. Okay, so like this system is basically like the best weapon system in the entire world. Or like, am I missing something? I feel like this is so fucking good. You basically get E0 as one for the price of like 120 boosts. Is it not it? Correct me if I'm wrong. Like, generally, if you want to pull E0 as one, you on average spend 200 boosts. That's why Archer Lyco was free at 200 boosts, right? For legendary HSR, roughly 200 boosts. You get this game's E0 as one at 120, assuming that you get the 601, and then you have the currency to do pull for this weapon better, right? I kind of need someone to tell me like what I'm missing here, because it feels like it's really, really good. Correct if you have enough Arsenal tickets. Yeah, okay, 110 pull for this is 1980, right? And I'm guessing the Arsenal ticket currency, you can kind of just, you can get it as you pull on any banner, because it's sort of like it's like a universal weapon currency, in a sense. Correct if you have the rates are high, yeah, and it's okay. The rates are like not the most important thing, because despite it being 4%, it's 25-75. So the odds of you winning, even if you get a 5-star, or rather a 6-star, is not that high because it's 25%. But you guarantee this at 80 boosts, which is 1.6k. Oh no, 16,000. 16,000. Standard boost, yeah, exactly. Standard boost contribute to the arsenal as well. And if you don't want to spend it on the arsenal, you can technically just buy like these standard weapons. Though I'm not sure why you would ever buy standard weapons for this. It's like the Bronya signature weapon, right? It's like you want to get a Bronya S1, you spend like 30 on the Star Mirror. So like instead of like, it's 30 pools for one Bronya S1, but in this game, it's 10 pools for one standard weapon, right? So that is kind of pretty much it. If you do 80 pools, it's like it combines both your limited banners as well as your standard banners from like what I'm gathering. Because this 3360 is basically the token you get from any unit you get in this game. I only did 3 pulls on the limited banner, and I have 3360 because I got the early 5-star, right? Or the early 6-star. I need to get used to the fact that it's a 6-star, not a 5-star. Right, yeah. The blue, what if you get lucky and get a 6-star on the first 10 pull? So you might not have currency to weapon at this point. What if you're lucky? Okay, that is a good point. Yeah, if you're lucky and you don't have enough currency, I guess you can't really buy this, right? Because you wouldn't have enough currency to, yeah, so you don't get lucky. This game punishes people who are unrelatable.
The greatest.
If you are too lucky or too rich, you go f yourself. Kind of. I mean, you're right. Because if you get it early, then there's no reason for you to keep pulling, because the PD doesn't even build up if you get another lucky. But if you get a little lucky, then you won't have enough of the weapon banner currency. Alright. Oh, you get this from weekly gameplay? Oh, it's not unlocked yet. Okay, if you can get this from weekly, like normal gameplay, if this is given for free as a daily, bro, that sounds like this system is like crazy fucking good. But we'll see where that is at. Quota exchange. Oh, this is like the other tokens, right? These are the other stuff. So it's like your normal shop. Okay, there are respectively way too many different things. I'm gonna skip so. So let's just. So TLDR, the gacha, from what I see personally, TLDR, I think it is really good for players that only want one copy. It is really good for players that can essentially not build PD. It is pretty bad for players that are going for multiple dupes. So that is sort of like a TLDR. And then the weapon system, I think it is really, really good though. I'm not sure why. I think I heard like people say that this weapon system is actually really, really bad, because the currency for the weapons, it is technically your rebates from doing pulls, or you can able to get this same currency from doing the in-game weeklies. from my gaming. So these weapons essentially don't consume any premium currency, and the guaranteed rate up for the weapons over here. Okay, so this is the pain point. So a lot of people saw the weapon system and it's all 2575, which make no sense, right? Like, why would you put the rate up at 25% and you have a 75% chance of actually losing the weapon? Because the thing is, number one, the drop rate for the SSR is 4%. So it is like really, really high compared to, let's just say, like the 1% from Zenless or like the 0.8% or the 0.6% from the other games. And number two, you are essentially guaranteed, right? You are essentially guaranteed this weapon in 4D PD. So if no 6-star weapons are acquired in 3 consecutive issues, then you are guaranteed a weapon in 4D. So the PD is only 4D. And if you cannot get the rate up weapon in 70, you are guaranteed the rate up in 80. So you are pretty much going to be able to get a lot of different SSR weapons, and you can get 1 copy of the rate up SSR weapon. But if you want multiple copies, then I think it's going to be very rough, because for both the weapon banner as well as the unit banner, after this first guarantee, there's no more guarantee. So theoretically, if you are a whale and you want to go for like E5 or you want to go for like max dupes, it could cost you a lot of money. Similar to how, like, if you play Uma Musume, there's no guarantee of you getting a 1 dupe. So the only guarantee is basically they added this pity system. So for the weapons as well as the units, you see this little shards. So after you spam all those attempts, you'll get this 1 token. So for the unit itself is at 240. Then for the weapons itself, it's going to be seen over here. So if you are going to be putting for multiple copies and you just keep losing your 50/50s, then it can be very painful, right? So that's pretty much what I understand for the gacha system. For me, if I'm going to be a casual, if I'm going to be a free-to-play, if I'm going to be just getting 1 copy, if I'm not going to build pretty, I think this banner is pretty good. But let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'm missing something, but that is pretty much gonna be that. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna wrap it up over here because my throat is absolutely cooked. I will be seeing you guys in probably 6 days, 5 days. When I come back, I'm not too sure if I'm still gonna be able to cook more, because it's gonna be on the 4th of December. Fly high, MrPokke. Join this, join Discord, join the. Use code, give myself all the way over there.